Rounds 5 and 6 of the Scottish Sprint Championship got underway with mixed conditions in Golspie, but for the most part the track stayed dry for some fast Saturday runs. An oil leak halted things, but everyone worked together to get going, with drivers and crews sweeping and road cars lapping the track. Sunday saw a very fast track. There were spots of rain, but nothing major until the very last runs. Saturday used the Little Ferry layout, while Sunday used the Karlstrom. The main difference being that Sunday includes the corkscrew section. Jody Gordon led A1 by over 2 seconds on Saturday and Sunday. Campbell Gordon was behind in second around the Little Ferry layout, whilst Joe Young got closest around the Karlstrom layout, beating Campbell by just 1800ths of a second. Joe was entered in the 106 rally alongside Dad, Pete Lawton, and was wearing different socks this weekend, cats instead of the usual sheep. Perhaps a new good luck charm going forward as the pair completed their first weekend in 5 years without the car having issues. The Gordons were then seen soon after in Class A2. I didn't know it was possible, but they double entered in another 205. Derek Rothney led the class both days in his Clio 182, flying to a class record on Saturday, 1.5 seconds ahead of anyone else in the class. The blue Clio of Neil Hamilton was hot as heels come Sunday though, only 4 tenths behind. Neil was second on both days. Roy Weir was third on both days in his Saxo, though not a particularly clean weekend, with many lockups and a spin on Sunday. Leon Redine brought another Clio, coming 5th and 4th. Ewan Catterson and his C2 closed the class, surviving a twitchy moment on the brakes at the first corner.
Oh no! Oh, well controlled. I seen you spectators there all left your post, didn't you? You think, we're out of here, that was quite funny.
Thomas Rapson topped A3 both days, inside the top 20 overall. Father Tommy Rapson came second in his Evo. Simon Rothney also entered his Astra on Saturday, but it refused to go into third gear after starting his second timed run. Unable to fix it in the paddock, Thomas kindly offered Simon his TTS to compete in for Sunday. Simon told me it felt totally different, easy to drive, quick and comfortable. like he could take it to the shops, no problem. Gordon Wenning was the only runner in A4. He was having some issues on Saturday morning, cutting out on the track on his first timed run. Gordon still managed to set a run at the end of the day, and Sunday seemed to go much smoother, completing all of his runs. Lovett Fraser was also on his own in A5.
Could go faster, but that's the driver's problem. Well, everything's just been going sweet as a nut. Yeah, I've only done Doon in April, and then this is my second event, because I'm a clerk of the course at Fintry, so I couldn't compete there, but hey ho, that's what it is. You need a clerk or you go at no event.
It'd be tough without it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
The Raw Striker then, obviously it's based on Lotus 7 as most of them are.
Yeah.
How old is it? What's the story with the company?
Well, it started off, Jeremy Phillips was a Lotus designer, and he designed the Silva Striker, or the Silvas. It was various models. And Jeremy retired and he sold the company to Raw Engineering, who then changed the name obviously, but the car is basically the same. One or two tweaks. And they have since sold it to MK Sports Cars.
Okay.
So they look after they build Strikers these days. With various engines, bike engines.
Oh, so you can still buy them as well?
Yeah, and they they're very helpful. They keep a stock of spares and body parts and whatnot. They're a shorter wheelbase than a Caterham or a Westfield, so they're...
Oh, okay. So you'll find that handy around here then?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And they tend to be a cheaper version than the Caterhams or the Westfields. Right. And they're equally competitive. So yeah, it's a great wee car. This is my second one, and they're a great wee car. I love them. This one's got a Toyota engine, 4-age 20 valve.
Oh, okay.
I think these type of engines were imported in the very first Toyota Corollas. So
a bit lighter than a Corolla.
Absolutely. The car's about 500 kilos before I go into it, obviously. So yeah, it's nice and light and handleable. Yeah.
A6 saw far more competition as John Welsh and Alexander Clubb battled for third. Sandy won on Saturday, going 2.5 tenths faster in his Caterham R500. The story was looking much the same when I spoke to John at lunch on Sunday.
Weekend's been good. I've got a close competition with Sandy next to me here. Both cars same class, although I'm a 1300 turbo and he's a 2 litre. No, it's been good, very close. There's about half a second between us all the time. Unfortunately, he pips me, but there's one to go, so there's still time for improvement. I'm known for being just the last runner, give it absolute everything. So it'll be good, but the track is just, it's there, It's, I'm not pushing, but hey, the usual Golspie, sunny.
Did you say you're not pushing? That's
No.
just resting speed.
I'm not pushing yet, but I'll have a big push on the last one. A Hail Mary as we call it. I did it yesterday and missed it by 0.2, so today I'll just have to be a bigger Hail Mary.
I mean, this is a quick Caterham though, to be fair.
Oh, and some.
Considering it's just stock as well, so it's pretty...
Yeah, they're stock and they're stock. Yeah, but no, I'm having a great weekend and looking forward to the rest of the season.
I'm very glad. How's the start of your season gone as well? Everything smooth, everything easy?
Yeah, good. The cars did a lot more development on the electrics through the summer, through the winter time. New paint job as well, so it's getting off the line a lot better than it's ever gone off the line. And now it's only tiny wee gremlins I'm chasing now, not the big ones. So it's good. I'm starting to really enjoy the car.
You don't really see you have many moments either, especially compared to other drivers. It's always consistent.
That's because I'm going too slow.
Is it?
Yeah.
You're not pushing it for the
I've always said I can build the fastest car in the world, I just can't drive. I mean, my car outpowers Sandy's car and some, but I can't drive and he can. So that makes it an even field, So it's good fun. Hey, we'll have great fun and we're great pals and at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. We shake hands and walk away.
And I heard you've been out doing repairs for everybody this weekend.
As always. Oh, yeah, it's what I do, eh? It's, you know what it's like, motorsport family, we all go around, help everybody. We don't like to see anybody not running. I mean, if he needs it, you know, he's welcome to it until I need it. So that's just the way it goes, Cass. Okay?
Well, thank you very much.
Perfect.
Good luck in the rest, man. I look forward to see you pushing.
Yeah.
John did push on his last run, and I feared he'd blame me for this twitch if it lost him enough time. He ended up going over a second quicker than his fastest run earlier in the Devo, and won the class on Sunday by 3/10. David Wallace's S2000 looked super and ran even better, the pair claiming first by over 3 seconds on both days. Screaming Ronnie McGregor, as the commentator called him, was in second. And Neil Ross followed in his Cayman.
Well, that was, yes, better than before. That was an 83.22, but unfortunately we've got David Wallace in the same class, and I think he just did a 78. So it's nearly embarrassing to be so far behind him. But nonetheless, we'll keep on trying.
It's very different cars for the
Yeah,
isn't it?
aye. I mean, the Honda and David's an amazing driver. He's so smooth. Again, every corner seems to be very easy for him. Every corner to me is a drama. Okay.
But getting used to the manual now.
Aye, getting used to the manual, but the yellow car still in the back of my mind. I still have it at home, so we might dig into it. We'll see. We'll see. Hey, we'll see.
Considering a change mid-season.
Well, maybe even a Mazda.
Yeah, go for MX-5.
Aye, no, have no idea. But here's Fiona. Heyo, Fiona. Right, I'll go and check my tyres because I haven't looked at them today.
Thank you, it's always good to see you.
Thank you.
Fast becoming a familiar story this year, Mike King took his MX-5 and new Yokohamas to a class record around both layouts.
Yeah, it's going well so far, but it's not over yet. There's plenty of other fast guys that could get close or maybe beat me, so yeah, I'll just have to go as fast as we can in these next few. Hopefully it stays dry because it was awful mixed weather yesterday, like, you know, but yeah, car's going great. It's those tyres that make the big difference, like, you know. It's not guaranteed. Dave and that's quick, and Chris and even Dad and Bob wasn't far away yesterday, you know, so yeah, there's nothing guaranteed in this class, unfortunately, you know. I prefer yesterday's track, to be honest with you. I can't get the corkscrew right. I find it difficult to get right, and I've been spat about all over the shop last year in the corkscrew, so
Is it?
yeah.
It's kind of like opposite camber to the way you want, isn't it?
Yeah, it just feels weird. It's difficult to get a nice line through it and that, like, and then it's right in the middle of a gear change as well. It's just awkward in the Mazda, like, you know, but yeah, it's good. The car's going amazing, so just have to keep it neat and tidy and try and go a wee bit faster, see if we can get into the 81s, but
he knows a good mechanic.
yeah.
Mike didn't improve on his next two runs, though weather played its role in that, and I'm pretty sure Mike took the final wet run as an opportunity to just have fun. The field was much more compact behind Mike, with Jim King and Rob Ewell setting identical lap times to tie for the spot on Saturday. Chris Cheetham was a couple of tenths off in fourth, setting the same lap time twice. On Sunday, there was 0.03 seconds between second, third and fourth. Jim and Chris second and third, with David Patterson fourth. Many close battles throughout the rest of the class, as well as slides and lockups.
Plenty speed and he needs to keep away from me, and he did. Swaps
Gary Crichton found himself in the grass, kindly indicating first to let us know where he was going. Lisa Waring and his Golf Mini were on their own in B1. A complicated job.
That one's going tight for some reason.
Oh, I see. And you've not had a bump.
Am I getting am I singing?
You can sing if you want, it would make a unique take. How's your weekend been?
So. Started off bad, but got steadily worse.
How did it start bad?
First time on the track, so it's a strange track. Brakes weren't as good as they should be. Still not as good as they should be, but you know, it is what it is at the moment. So, but the times are coming down slowly. So.
Did you say it was your first time here?
This is the first time, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
awesome.
I've spectated here, but this is the first drive.
How does it rank against like Keynes and?
Very similar, to be honest. Yeah, very similar. A wee bit more challenging track with the cambers, etc. on the track, but enjoying it. It's good. Yeah.
Which layout do you prefer?
Hard to say. I think the first one, yesterday's layout, I think is better. I think it's a bit more challenging, this one. I've already been over the rumble strip and on the grass, so whether it's my eyes or whether it's the track. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. But no, it's good. Thoroughly enjoying it, and hopefully the weather will stay the way it is now, and that'll make times even faster again. Yeah.
Well, thank you very
Brilliant.
much.
Yeah, very welcome.
James Clark's Peugeot 106 seemed to be having some gear shift issues on Sunday morning, with a failed shift, a whack of smoke and a suspiciously clutch-like smell as he went past. All seemed okay later in the day, but I didn't get a chance to ask. Cody Robertson and the modded Ford Fiesta found time on every run until the rain of Sunday afternoon, always looking smooth and consistent. Scott Kirby was very fast in his Locus ZX once they got going, finishing Saturday 16th overall. The Lambies were having trouble with their XTR2 on Saturday, but got it running a bit sweeter by the end of the day, Sunday going much better. Junior picked senior on both layouts, with their finishing with impressive overall results for the weekend. Gary Dixon was here in his 2.8 litre Rally BMW, and was still enjoying the weekend despite having differential issues.
Breaker 1414 Rakopi, come on back.
Brilliant, well how's your weekend going?
It's good, we're kind of having a wee bit of fun here. Joss is keeping me right with his BMW, or they're both keeping me right. We've got a problem with DEF, that's the only thing. The DEF isn't working right, it's probably let go. It's just most of the time one wheel spinning, but here, a wee bit different, and we'll go out and have a Harley.
What was it that made you bring the BMW then?
Well, it's a new class that Ian had introduced, and I kind of felt, well, you know, I'll maybe pop a car in it and have a hurl. I'm doing a Hillclimb Championship and just the odd sprint for a bit of fun. This were local clubs, so I thought, well, I'll come and put it in, and it'll put some times on the map, in the class, and it might encourage somebody else again.
Does that mean you're technically class record holder right now?
Well, I could be, aye. Yes. I might be first in class. I might even be third in class.
You can take all of them.
I'll take all of them, aye. Yeah.
When's your next event?
Next event is actually next weekend.
Yes.
Fingers crossed. We're entered for an event at Brecon Castle. So it's a Lombard rally type of historic type of event, So in fact, Alan Mackay, he's in it as well, and it's designed for slightly older cars, where somebody in their garage at home might have, like me, I've got a Mark 1 Cortina rally car. I've not used it since a while, so this week's going to be busy. But if you've got your belts, harnesses, extinguishers, don't need to be in date. As long as they're in good condition, you can go. So, and I think if somebody signs on, we can take them a run. So you can come a hurdle. Aye, yeah.
Owen Dunbar and his Ford Puma were fastest in the Road Libre. Owen holds the record around Sunday's Karlstrom layout and was close to records for both layouts across the weekend. He also took the unique Golspie opportunity for a dip in the sea before his final run. This apparently helps him focus. Will Wilkie was second on both days in his Fiesta. A 78.74 looked particularly impressive trackside on Sunday. James Stephen was third in his Golf, three-wheeling most of the corners. Joe and Vic Roger followed behind, Joe taking cones as casualties along the way. Nicky Ross's Mini barely has a floor, weighs 650 kilograms, and a CBR 1000 motorbike engine in the back, and it doesn't seem easy to keep a hold of. Amongst car failures and lockups, Nicky flew across the grass into the hairpin on Saturday, thankfully stopping before the oncoming barriers. Nicky jokes that others in the paddock were taking bets on what corner he'd crash next. Charlie Fraser's Spire GT3 sounded and smelt amazing as Charlie went a speedy 7th and 5th overall. Stuart Houghton told me that added castor oil was responsible for the smell. James Mackay was also in the class on Sunday in a lovely Ford Escort. Charlie Forsyth had issues with gear shifts throughout the weekend, impressively setting a 94.5 on Saturday, only using third gear. At the time, that was third in class. He managed to get it working a bit smoother throughout the day and finished first in C4, second fastest overall, and clearly pushing the car to its limit. The last time I saw Charlie's car was at Doon when he took both wings off. He's since rebuilt them, and I quite like the silver, but Charlie does plan to complete the livery before Doon. Andrew Patterson followed for second on Saturday, but was in his element come Sunday, setting a rapid 67.91 on his final run for the fastest time of the day overall. The last time I saw you and Bruce on track, he was a junior in a 110 horsepower MG ZR. This was the Bruce's second competitive event in their OMS 28, and Ewan was fast with a third on Saturday and a second on Sunday. although it was occasionally a bit tetchy as Ewan found the limit a couple of times throughout the weekend. John Bruce came 5th both days, perhaps taking things a little more cautiously this weekend.
The car feels great, just the drivers need to catch up with the car. We need to keep up with the car. We're just learning every run. Every corner's different, taking it slightly different gear, different braking point. It's just going to be one of these
slow learning processes.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. To be honest, the car is really friendly.
Yeah.
It's coping with us. Try to misbehave with it, and it's great. You get confidence in the car, so that's the best way for us to be going out.
Do you think it's easier to push in this than the MG then, just because it's more built for it?
Yeah, you just get so much more feedback in these kind of cars, you know. The MG, you're just always pushing on the real sort of edge or limit every time, but that's because you know with MG you can go past that limit and it's not going to be catastrophic.
Too bad.
Whereas this, you've got to be obviously careful when when we eventually find that limit point. You don't want to be going past it, but we're nowhere near it. The capability of the car is definitely more than we are getting out of it right now.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's really good fun.
When you do have a moment, obviously there's been a couple this weekend. How does it affect the next lap going out? Do you do the whole thing slower, or do
you try to forget about it, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah, you've just got to, the biggest thing I think is you've just got to learn from
your mistakes.
Take as much out of the mistake as you take out of the good parts of the run, you know. So there's no point in just sort of going, oh, that was a disaster, and going out and doing the same thing again. You've got to learn, and sometimes it's because you haven't gone hard enough into that particular corner, because these things have got aero, and the aero actually works with the wings and everything. When you're out there, you can actually getting up the higher speeds, going into the first corner now, you can actually feel it.
You really feel it
working. You feel
working.
the car getting sucked down onto the ground, and that helps with your braking and
Turning
traction and everything, you know. So if you back off and go slower,
you're losing your
that's
grip
actually
more.
making it worse for you. It's
it's
like counterintuitive,
Opposite of
you know?
opposite.
Yeah. So it's that's what we've got to get grips with, is just the whole idea of running in these motors.
Yeah.
But it's great.
Great fun.
We're really enjoying it, you know, and we're, like you say, we're doing all right. We're in the mix, in the middle. So at least if we get one more run after lunch before the rain comes in, I think we'll try and keep giving these guys a bit of a scare. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Split the Bruces for 4th on both layouts, describing his weekend as like curate's egg. With new tyres on for the event, he was only a few tenths off Charlie in 3rd on Sunday.
Brand new, yeah.
You'll have the confidence.
I have the confidence. Whether I've got the bravery is perhaps a moot point, but no, they're super. They're very expensive this year.
Yes.
Very expensive.
Nice to have the Avons back though.
But the Avons, I had Avons on last year, or until recently. I think they were the last of a batch because they stopped making them. I think I got the one at the very bottom of the warehouse that had been years old because they were cracking in the sidewall. And the rubber was just going, and the rubber in the track, so it must be me, it must be the springs, it must be. In fact, it wasn't, it was the tyres.
Robbie Garden was 6th on both days, finding time on every run as he dusted off the cobwebs.
18 years, my wife tells me, 18 years out the seat, and my good friend Gary Dixon up in Caithness we still keep in touch obviously over the years, and he sort of taught me around to heed a car possibly for sales, so we progressed that, and we got here we are. So 18 years on, we're back in the seat, so to speak. But that's good fun. I've got a lot of learning to do. I'll probably never be as fast as I once was, and not that was very fast, but it's been good fun, and like I say, the spirit in the paddock, the community is as it was. It's brilliant, and it's great to be back. To be fair, my wife's enjoying it as well. So it's good just to see a lot of old faces, a lot of new faces, and as you can tell from last night, there's still a party atmosphere.
Yes, absolutely.
It's good.
Wonderful music last night too.
Thank you very much. Jenny, my guitar, she comes everywhere with us, and sometimes it stays in the trailer and sometimes it doesn't. But no, it was good to get it out, and it was good to see everybody having a good time.
I'm glad. And you had a couple of issues yesterday. What was it there?
So yeah, I had a schoolboy error where I had a fuel tank that was lying in the garage, and I put some fresh fuel in it, but it's contaminated. The paint inside's coming off, so I ended up putting gunky fuel, if you like, in the tank. So we did strip it all down. Big thanks to Gary again for helping us out. We had a fuel regulator problem. So touch wood, today's been fine. So the combination of cleaning it out and replacing a few pipes we got from Stuart Sugden and Les yesterday. Thanks to them for helping us out. It's been brilliant. Everybody's offering parts, and a jubal clip here, a bit of pipe here, so it's been fantastic. But so it's fuel related, but thankfully now the car seems to be running. It's just the pilot needs a bit more time in the seat, so to speak, and it will come back. I mean, obviously I'm Charlie and Andrew are out of my depth today, but I'll be happy if just to finish the day off chiseling away at my own time. So I'm really just competing with myself today and see where we end up in the class. So, but it's a taking part, and hopefully as the season progresses we'll chisel away and eventually get there.
Stuart Hafton closed the class, his Jedi breaking a gear linkage on Sunday. David Looms had his DJ Firehawk in Class C5. Roy Monroe also set a practice time on Saturday morning, but unfortunately suffered a stub axle failure, ending his weekend. Stuart Sugden was fastest of the day on Saturday. He and his GWR Raptor an impressive 6 seconds ahead of anybody else.
100 mile an hour there by Stuart Sugden, just straight out of the blocks. So now the sun getting the big grabbing lined up. But we'll just see what Stuart's going to do. Down to Fred's. Ooh, nice round there.
Unfortunately, things didn't go to plan on Sunday. Unable to get started for their first run, the team were gone before I could ask what happened. Suggy and the rest of the single-seaters will be very glad though that no timed run was set by this McLaren, which surely had the pace to win. I also spotted a lovely V8 Vantage and a surprise VX220 in the paddock. John Moore in his Anglia led Class D1. John was deservedly chuffed with his pace. D1 also saw Ian Crockett in his Austin Mini. He missed the last 2 runs on Sunday. I'm not sure if this was due to an issue or just calling it for the day. Jos Warren looked right at the limit of his Morris Mini, flying all weekend to win D2 on both days. Sandy Burgess was second twice in his Escort. With Alistair McCarter third. James Mackay also entered his beautiful Lotus Cortina on Saturday, having an impressively smoky spin on Saturday afternoon. George Coghill led the final class, B3, in a Chevron B45 once driven by Keke Rosberg in the 1978 Formula Atlantic Championship. Keke won 3 races in the car but wasn't able to clinch the championship win, due to F1 and F2 responsibilities. It was very cool to see the car being pushed, George sliding it through multiple corners on his way to 9th fastest overall on both days.
I tell you, George Coghill had quite... Oh, George!
John Albiston brought running to a close in his ever-stunning Brabham BT38C. Timing issues on Saturday caused concern, but they got it all sorted for the afternoon.
And you still think it's all working? Oh, you're still fiber.
Yesterday was tricky. We had all sorts of problems with the car misfiring and not behaving like she normally does, but Wonder engineer Ian was on hand and he stripped everything down, took carbs off, eventually took the distributor off and found that that's where the problem was, so we got a nice run yesterday afternoon. And today, yeah, great. Driver needs to do better, but the car's perfect.
It's been looking good out there. So you got it all fixed in the morning, did you?
Ian got it fixed yesterday afternoon, late in the afternoon, just enough to give us one proper run. And it felt good. The car didn't miss a beat. Ian's such a good engineer. It just it gives you so much confidence. If Ian says it's good, go out there, then you've got no excuses. And today I just need to get more on it.
Have you got any sort of target, or are you just enjoying it?
No, I'm always enjoying it. But my PB is a 75.7, I think. But I'm only at a 79 just now, so I'm a long way off my PB. We'll just have to wait and see how it goes in the afternoon. Hopefully the rain will stay away.
Yeah.
It makes such a difference. Golspie is such a wonderful place when the sun shines. Yeah. It's like anywhere else when the rain comes down.
Some places suit it. I feel like Forest Burn's weird without the rain, but here does need the sun for the beach.
Yeah, as a driver you always want to not have any rain, but yeah, I know what you mean. Forest Burn is kind of a moody place. That's where we are next weekend. The rain seems to suit it, but the sun definitely suits the beach at Golspie and the wonderful scenery round about. As they say here, if you can see the monument at the top of the hill, it's not raining, but it's probably about to rain.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Well, brilliant. Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Despite loads of lockups, unexpected lawn mowing and clouds of clutch, drivers pushed for many PBs and 3 class records at Golspie.
Photographer of the year. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. Massive lockup.
Yeah. Oh, I missed it. Took you to distract me, Jacob.
We now look on to the ever-exciting June Dune before a summer break in the Scottish Sprint and Hill Climb Championships. We'll then return to Kames on the 25th and 26th of July. As always, thank you to the marshals, officials, drivers and crews who make the events possible.